topics and opinions expressed in the following show are solely those of the hosts and their guests and not those of W4CY Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4CY Radio or its employees or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4CY Radio.
Welcome to Life with Open Pages Publishing. We all have a purpose in life. Sometimes we just need a little motivation to point us in the right direction. This show is designed to help you create the life you were meant to live. I'm your host, Michelle Spikanis. My goal is to motivate you to make simple life changes so you can experience a life with meaning, direction, love, and peace. Now let's start the show. Hello and welcome to Life with Open Pages Publishing. I'm glad you're here. You know, to say to someone, you're beautiful inside and out, is to say that person is attractive and kind. Now, many women who might be having a bad day try to cover up how they're feeling inside with some external things like clothing or makeup or jewelry. Now, everybody knows that we've been told you have to fix the inside before you get to the outside. Now, with a firm and strong internal foundation, only then can we start fixing the external. Now, I am a registered nurse, but I want you to know that my guest and I, we are not mental health care professionals by trade, but we are women who have been through these issues. My guest, Elba Plaza, has been a beauty consultant and jewelry stylist for the last 15 years. She's a close and personal friend of mine, and I can tell you she loves to help women sparkle on the outside. Let's welcome Elba Plaza. Hi, Elba.
Hi there. How are you?
Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Good, good. I'm glad to have you. So, Elba, tell me, in the last 15 years that you've been working with women, what's one thing that they all have in common, whether it's the inside or the outside?
I think for the most part is that they all want to feel beautiful, right? They want to feel beautiful. They want people to see them in a certain way. They want to feel like they're worthy. So to me, the one thing that they all have in common is that they want to feel and look beautiful.
And what happens when, you know, say they're having a bad day, and doesn't a lot of it have to do with loving ourselves?
Absolutely. That is a huge part of it. And just talking from personal experience, we women, we work so hard at, being beautiful. We work on our makeup, we work on our hair, we work on our clothing, on accessories and shoes. However, if we are not feeling beautiful on the inside, if we're not feeling like we are worthy, if we don't love ourselves the way that Jesus loves us, then no matter how much you put on the outside, it's not really going to sparkle on the outside. Does that make sense?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Because, we all want to feel loved too. No, we don't
Absolutely.
just want to feel beautiful, but we want to feel loved. And when you're having a bad day, sometimes is love enough? We do want to look beautiful and feel beautiful, but we also want to be loved. And when you talk about Jesus's love, man, he loves us more than we could ever even realize.
That is so true. And sometimes we allow life experiences to cloud our heart and our thoughts, right? We start to believe from those experiences that the false truths that, we are not beautiful, that we are not enough, that we are not loved. But those are all lies. Those are all false truths. And we can really get wrapped up in those lies and in those thoughts. And one scripture that comes to mind, which is one of my favorites, is Ephesians 2:10, where God reminds us that we are created in his perfect image, right? We are his masterpiece. We are uniquely made. And that is something that we have to really start to believe. And when you're dealing with brokenness, when you're dealing with heartache, when you're dealing with unforgiveness, when you're dealing with anger, when you're dealing with resentment, when you're dealing with all those things that cloud up your heart and your thoughts, we forget that we are loved. We forget that we are God's masterpiece. But we really need to pull back, and we need to remember we are God's masterpiece, right? He loves us, and we need to be able to love ourselves the way that he loves us, because when we don't, first of all, we can't love someone the same way, right? Because we don't feel that we are loved. And so if we don't feel loved the way that Jesus loves us, how are we going to love someone else the way that Jesus tells us we should, right? So
Yes.
definitely beauty has to come from inside, because if you don't feel it inside, it doesn't matter how much you put on the outside. That's like, it's a fake facade, right?
Yeah.
You may portray that you're all put together, right? But really on the inside, you're not. And that they're not matching. They're not working together. So you have to feel it in here. You have to be able to look in the mirror and say, hey, you're a beautiful thing, right? Hey, you are God's masterpiece. You are loved, right? You have to be able to feel that when you look in the mirror, so that then when you put on all the other stuff that comes along, you can walk with confidence and say, hey, yeah, I am beautiful. Hey, yeah, I am loved. Yes, I am God's masterpiece. Yes, I am unique. Everyone loves me and wants to, be around me. So definitely it starts from the inside.
So when we get up in the morning, and depending on how early you get up, I know I get up pretty early. And sometimes I think, I just don't want to put makeup on, and who's going to really notice? But then you get to where thinking about what others think. Well, what will they think of me if I don't put my makeup on? Or what will they think of me if I just put my hair back in a ponytail? Why do we care so much about what others think?
Well, that's because, those are thoughts in our head. That's what society wants to make us believe, right? But to me, I see it this way. Putting on your makeup, putting on your jewelry, doing your hair, those are all an expression of who you are, right? So how you want people to see you is how you tend to style yourself or put your makeup on, right? And personally, what others think is really not important. It's how you see yourself, how you think about yourself. Because when your thoughts about yourself are good thoughts, then it's not about impressing others, right? It's about putting yourself together and reflecting who you are, because we are all different. We are unique. We all have different personalities. We all have different styles. We're all not going to wear glamour looks, right? So we're all different. And beauty and style, makeup, hair, jewelry, fashion, they all reveal a message about what you want to communicate to others, and sometimes what you don't want to communicate. And by that I mean, like, you can get dressed in the morning and feel good, feel confident, and that's the message that you're sending out into the world. Hey, I'm here. I got up, I got dressed, I put myself together, I'm here, I'm confident, I'm bold. Throw at me whatever you want to throw at me, right? Or you can roll out of bed, stay in your PJs, right? be and look and feel frumpy all day, and what are you telling people? What is it that you're communicating?
Sure.
And that could communicate, various different feelings. So I say, no matter how you feel, get up in the morning, get dressed, and get going. You don't have to put on a whole glamour look. You could put on a little bit of tinted moisturizer, a little lip gloss, and some mascara, and hey, you're good to go, right? When you look at yourself in the mirror, you're going to see yourself differently. So that's it's not so much about what people think about you. It's what you want to communicate to people about, who you are and how you feel.
Yes, and that's one thing. I don't know if you watch the show The Voice.
Oh, yeah.
But that's one thing I really love about that show is, everybody, they all have their backs to the person that goes out there and they're singing their heart out and hoping for someone to turn around, but they haven't seen them, so they can't judge them. Everybody says don't judge a book by its cover, because you don't know what's on the inside. That and that masked singer is so cool because, somebody's dressed up in a silly costume and they're singing their heart out, and, nobody knows who it is. And it's just amazing to watch that when they finally do see who it is or turn their chair on The Voice and see that person standing there, sometimes their reaction is they're just blown away.
That's absolutely true. That is definitely absolutely true. I see those shows, and that is one of the things that I love too. But I think sometimes we forget that we think about beauty and fashion and style and, getting dressed and things like that, about what people are going to think about us. What are they going to say if we don't? And then there's other people that would say, or other women that would say, well, wow, I have too much on. What are they going to say about me? And again, it's not really about what others have to say about you. It's about what you have to say to the world. It allows us to represent the way we want to be seen. So it's sometimes it's much deeper than we give it credit for. It's about self-definition, self-expression, but most importantly, it's about claiming your identity, whatever.
Now, I know sometimes I go to the store and I look around and I try not to judge. But sometimes I think, wow, she's got confidence, because maybe sometimes what they're wearing or what they did to their hair or something, but I love, because they obviously love themselves so much that it really doesn't matter what other people think. They have their self-worth, they have their self-confidence, and it's really pretty incredible to see, whereas other people might criticize that, right? So how do your feelings and your emotions affect how you look?
Oh, I just feel that your feelings and emotion have a huge impact on how you look and on how you feel. Because if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling worried, if you're feeling anxiety, you're not going to want to get up, get dressed, and feel like you're out there and you can conquer the world, right? So you may just want to sit around at home. You just want to stay in your PJs. You just may want to stay in sweats, and what that does is it just adds, I feel personally, that it just adds to that frumpy feeling, right? It makes you feel more sad. It makes you feel more depressed. It takes away your self-esteem. It makes you lack energy and motivation. And so what you wear definitely represents your personality and your feelings. Let's take color, for example, right? And I love this question. I love asking women this question. When you ask them, oh, what's your favorite color, or what's the color that you wear the most? 9 times out of 10, the color is the magic word, which is black, right? I think many women, and myself included, we have a closet or had a closet full of Black clothing. Now, Black can, represent power, which is great. Black can, be sexy, which is great. But Black in excess can also signify, low moods, bad moods. It could, signify depression. So colors have a huge impact on your personality too, on how you feel, on your mood, on how you express yourself. I know I myself used to have a closet full of Black clothing. My excuse was, oh, Black always just makes you look slimmer.
Now that's what I thought.
And I hear that a lot too, right? Oh, let's get everything Black because I look slimmer. But really, during that time, that season, I was very sad. I was very broken. I just, felt my self-esteem wasn't where, wasn't in a good place. And it was because of all the stuff and all the life circumstances that I had been going through in that season. And I found myself that I was constantly like dressed in Black. Like I was mourning, right? I was mourning the happiness and the joy that I did not have. Right. And so when I started to change my colors, right? When I started to add more vibrant colors, what happened was that now I was radiating happiness, enthusiasm, energy, excitement, colors like yellows and oranges. They exude happiness, right? They exude joy, they exude energy because they're bright, they're vibrant. Now that doesn't mean that everyone can wear yellow and orange, but you get my point, right? It's when you add those bright colors, then it changes your mood. So if you get up and you're, not feeling good, you're in a low mood, or you're feeling sad, I challenge you to go into your closet and pull out the brightest color that you have on and put it on and see how that changes your mood. Okay. Let's talk about, 2020, the pandemic. That had a huge impact on beauty and style, the style routine, right? Because people went from going out, from whether it was work or parties or dinners or events, and now all of a sudden they find themselves working at home. And so the whole fashion and beauty just took this turnaround. So now they went from being present every day, from dressing up and looking beautiful, to I'm home, I'm casual, I don't need to get dressed, I'll just put my PJs on and roll over to the other side of my room and start work. Right? And so especially women, they got more comfortable with casual clothing, wearing leggings and sweats and shorts and leisure wear, leaning more towards that casual, frumpy look, messy hair buns, no makeup. And that really caused a lot of depression in women.
Sure.
And so that how you feel and how you dress definitely has a huge impact on your mood. So it's important, and I say this to all of my clients, it's important that no matter how you feel, you make it an effort every day to get up and get dressed. Be intentional. Even if you're not going out, be intentional. You can wear leggings, but put on a nice shirt or a nice t-shirt, throw on a piece of jewelry, maybe a little bit of lip gloss, if you're not facing any Zoom meetings or anything like that. And I guarantee you that when you step in front of the mirror, you're going to feel different. It also is going to project a different attitude when you're sitting at your desk doing your work, because you're going to feel good. And when you feel good, what happens? You feel more confident, right? And so that is what you're going to project. You're going to be more motivated. You're going to be more empowered to do things. And so definitely, your mood, your feeling, your clothing, it all plays together.
One thing I find really frustrating is, I'll get dressed to go out and you put makeup on, you put some lipstick on, and some places are still requiring a mask. So my makeup gets all over the mask. Half of it wipes off most of the day. And I certainly don't wear lipstick at work because it would be all the inside of the mask. And by the time I took the mask off, it'd be all over my face. So, it is pretty frustrating right now in the times that we are in because, we still want to look good and feel good. But with all the restrictions, I don't know, sometimes it's hard. So again, that goes back to working on the inside of us, right?
It does. It definitely does. And it's true, if you're working outside the home or if you're going out and you're still in an area where you do have to still wear a mask, it's hard because you're right. Your makeup rubs off, your lipstick comes off on it, and then you take off this mask and it's gross, right? But this is what I say, focus. Okay, you can't wear lipstick. Focus on your eyes, right? Let your eyes be the ones that do the talking. Let your eyes be the one that do the smiling and show kindness and show love to other people. Because,
yes,
again, if you may be wearing a mask, but if your makeup looks really sharp, your eye makeup looks really sharp, your eyes are going to sparkle. They're going to shine. You're going to smile at people with your eyes, right? Because you're feeling good inside.
I know a lot of nurses that will tell you they only do their makeup from here up.
Yes. It's true.
There is no makeup here because there's just no point, so they do all their makeup from here up. So their eyes look great, and of course, the hair is all covered. So all you see are eyes. But you're right. People can smile with their eyes. That was one thing that we talked about on the last show last week. Was that, a lot of children are like no expressions, because all they're seeing are people's eyes. Everybody's wearing a mask and they don't see smiles and it's hard for them to get happy or know how to express themselves. But you can smile with your eyes.
Absolutely. You can smile with your eyes. Just like, your eyes, even I say they're like an expression of your words, even though you're not using words, right? Because your eyes can show when you're sad. They can show when you're depressed. They can show when you have fear. And they can most certainly show when you're smiling, right? Yeah. And I definitely do agree that, even if you can't wear makeup, from your eyes down, wear the makeup on your eyes. And smile at people with your eyes. Don't let a mask be the deterrent for you not being able to still put on makeup and look beautiful, and use your eyes to show kindness and a smile to others.
Absolutely. Yes. So I think we're going to be taking a little break. Press releases, social media, and blog posting. For more information, email us at info@openpagespublishing.com. And now back to our show. Okay, here we are. So now, Elba, you're going to show us some styling tips, I believe.
Yep, I'm going to show you a couple of styling tips. But since you had mentioned makeup earlier about, sometimes you get up and you don't feel like putting on makeup. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips on that. Like I said before, makeup does not have to be full glam. Makeup could be just a simple tinted moisturizer that adds a little bit of color to your skin, maybe evens out your skin tone a little bit. A translucent powder is always great to have around. Translucent powder that has a little bit of color, maybe like a rosy shimmer. Just to give that hint of color, or a bronze dust to make you look like you've had a little bit of sun. The other thing is, if you're not wearing a mask and you can wear a lip gloss, you can do that. If you're a lipstick person, then maybe you can find a lip color that is long wear that won't rub off on your mask. But those are simple little tips for, wearing just or adding a little bit of color to your skin, where you're not wearing a full glam, but you're still, feeling beautiful, right? And so the other thing is I'm going to share just a couple of jewelry tips and a style tip, because I'm going to invite my little friend, Sophie, over here, and I'm going to bring her up. So if you can see her, one of the questions I get a lot is, how do I keep my shirts or, long shirts that from looking frumpy? Now, one of the ways is you can tuck, if you're a tucker, you can tuck your shirt in the front and then just let it hang from the back. And that totally gives that mid section just a different look. Another thing is, which is one of my favorites, I like to grab it and I like to tie a knot. So I tie a knot, and that knot now gives it a different look, takes away from that frumpiness. Just kind of hide that in there and then just adjust it so that you still have your mid area covered and sort of your back, but you don't have that frumpy look going on. Another tip is we tend to buy shirts or long sleeves or jackets, things like that come down to our hand. If you're a little bit more, if you have your midsection, if you're concerned about that, or maybe bigger hips, then what you want to do is you want to take those sleeves and, either roll them up so that they're like 3/4, and that will definitely change the look. So my friend Sophie here has a nice fall color shirt. And so another big tip when it comes to color is you want to use colors that are in your color code, right? We don't all have the same color code. We all have different color codes based on our skin tone, the color of our eyes, the color of our hair. So you want to know what your color codes are, and you want to pull those colors into your wardrobe. You want to pull them into your accessories. So my friend Sophie here has a nice fall color. Now that we're in fall, you want to pull out those fall colors, and looks very plain. Nothing wrong with that. But let's start with something simple. Let's say we just add this simple necklace. So you see that immediately gave it a different look. I'm not sure if you can see, but it immediately gave it a different look. Now you want to add earrings. Women, you do not want to go outside without earrings, because when you go out without earrings, you miss an opportunity. Right? Those are Jennifer Lopez's words, by the way. Right? So play with your earrings, right? Maybe you don't want to wear big earrings, but even if you can wear, small earrings, that is going to give your look that's going to give your style a different look. Maybe you may want to add bigger earrings. You can do that too. All right. So this is one look. I'm into layering. I love to layer. And so if we take this, for example, and we layer it, now you have a different look. You also want to think about, what it is that you want to achieve with your look. If you want to take away, from the eyes drawing down, then you want to wear a shorter necklace, right? So that takes the look from your chest up. It also, makes your skin look younger. That's a tip right there, right? If you want to draw the eyes down and you want this area right here to be more elongated, right? So that you look a little slimmer, you want to layer, you want to wear more long necklaces. I'm very big on buying or sharing with my clients jewelry pieces that you can wear multiple looks with. So if we take off this first necklace right here, this necklace has a lot of layers. Now, what I love about this is that you can get like 4 or 5 different looks out of this necklace. I'm going to leave it the way it is, but for example, I could add a charm to this necklace and change the look completely. Or I can take the pieces apart.
Oh, that's pretty.
See how that changed that look? You can play with your earrings. You can add earrings with color, right? So I don't know if you can see these, but you can add earrings with color. You can,
Elba, quick question.
yeah.
How do you determine should you wear studs or should you wear long earrings? How does it, what does it do for you?
Well, it kind of depends, right? We all have a different face shape, right? So I would say, based on your face shape, but really, there are no rules when it comes to styling jewelry, right?
Okay.
You wear what makes you feel good. I love wearing, like I used to wear lots of long, big earrings, but now I got into wearing studs. So I love wearing studs. It just depends on your personality, on how you feel that day. That's how I feel. Now, I hear a lot, oh, I have long hair, I can't wear studs. Oh, I have long hair, I can't wear long earrings. Yes, you can. You can, right? Even though you may think that you can't see them, someone is always going to spot your earrings.
Right.
Also, remember, earrings, like your eyebrows, they shape your face. So you want to wear your earrings, okay? So this is one look. Now that we're transitioning into the fall, it's nice to add color. So I am a fan of jade. I am a fan of these type of stones. But look at how pretty
Oh,
this looks.
pretty.
Isn't that pretty? So what did that do for this outfit? It just gave it a completely different look, right? You can go with matching earrings that are long, or you can go with totally different pair of earrings.
I can't see the earrings. Lower the earrings. There
Here's
you
the
go.
earrings. Let me
Okay.
pull my friend to the side.
Okay.
So like that. So, or you can wear, the matching earrings.
Beautiful.
So it just kind of depends. Like I said, everyone has a different color tone. Some women look really good in silver metals. Some look really good in gold metals. Some look really good in rose gold. Actually, I think rose gold fits every type of skin tone. But again, it just depends on your color code. So let's go from this. Maybe you want to do something bold. Now look at this. Look how bold this is.
Wow.
Right? So that is a nice bold necklace. But if you walk into a room wearing a bold piece of jewelry, what is that going to say about you? She's a confident woman,
She's
right?
confident, yes.
Wearing that bold necklace. So that exudes confidence. And so I say be daring, be bold, wear something bold. You'd be surprised. And so we got something bold over here. Maybe you want to go something a little bit more fun. Like I love wearing pearls with metal. And so here you got something, I don't know if you can see this, but you have pearls with a silver chain. And you can add silver pearls. You can add pearls, or you can add silver earrings. So it's just a matter of playing with your jewelry and wearing what makes you feel good, whatever expresses your personality. Some women are more whimsical, some women are dainty, some women like bold jewelry. So it just depends on your style and what you like, and that's what I enjoy about what I do, is helping women not only find their style, but also to elevate their look. And we do that with jewelry, with makeup, with, other accessories, just kind of finding out who you are, what your personality is, what do you want to communicate out to the world.
Right. And I have a question about the color codes piece. You had said that, everybody has a different color code. And I know you did my color codes, and, berries and those kind of colors are definitely my colors. Isn't it kind of based on, your hair color, your skin color, not necessarily the colors that you like, correct?
Exactly. Correct. So your color code is based on, your skin tone, the color of your eyes, the color of your hair, and based on those, then we discover what your color codes are. So you could be more neutral, you could be more in the cool colors. And once you know whether you're in the warm or in the neutrals, that makes it easier to identify, excuse me, to identify your colors. Like I know Pantone releases every year their colors for spring, summer, and fall. And so right now we're in the fall, of course, and there's a nice selection of uh, vibrant colors. Some are neutrals, some are more on the cool side. And so, I encourage you to find out what is your color code and then try to pull whatever the colors are in your color code into your makeup, into your wardrobe, into your jewelry accessories. And you'd be surprised at, the difference that is going to make, not only for you personally, how it's going to build your self-esteem, build your confidence, make you feel more beautiful, and also take a look on the inside and, remind yourself that you are a masterpiece. So, God loves you, and you have to be loved. You have to love yourself the way God loves you.
That's right. One thing I find really frustrating is, when say if I need some makeup foundation and I go into a store and you can't tell the colors. It's so frustrating because you bring something home and it's like totally the wrong color, or it makes you look too washed out or white, or it just isn't the right color for you. But yet if you're in a light, it's one color, but if you're outside in the sunshine, it's another color. If you're in a room that's crowded with people, maybe a party, it's a totally different color. So I guess that's why working with a stylist is so important, to make sure that you can distinguish between those colors, correct?
That's true. That is absolutely correct. Lighting is different everywhere you go. In the department stores, the lighting is completely different. There's a lot of yellow lighting, and so it's hard to really match color. So I definitely suggest and recommend that you find a stylist or someone that is a beauty consultant that can take their time to sit with you, identify, your skin tone color, what color, colors, what color codes fit your skin tone, so that they can help you match the right makeup to your skin. And you have that one-on-one attention, and you get to really try your makeup before you buy it. Because you go to these department stores and they'll apply the makeup on you, but then you buy it because it looks great. And then you walk out the door and it doesn't look so great. So,
Right. Yes.
And it's mainly because of the lighting. It's not that they don't know what they're doing. It's just the lighting. It's really difficult. And, you also want to think too, especially for mature women that have more that mature skin, you want to make sure that you're not using something that's too dark for your skin, because it'll make you look older, right?
Right.
So working with a stylist, working with a beauty consultant, working with someone that specializes in, a makeup line, then I would definitely recommend that to be a place to start, especially if you're new at it or if you're making a whole, color change.
Oh, for sure. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you were talking earlier about the different colors and people wearing black and being, that could be anxiety related or depression related. We don't really have to go out and throw away all our black clothes, do we?
No. No, you do not have to go out and throw out all your black clothing. What I say is take that black clothing and use it as your base color, right? So
Right.
if you have a black dress, find yourself a nice vibrant jacket or maybe a kimono or a cardigan and bring life, a different life to that black dress, right? So that's
Oh,
what I
that's a great
say.
idea.
Yes, I mean, black is a great color. However, it is not your color code. Okay, it's not part of your color code. It could be a base color. So, meaning your slacks or maybe a dress when you're throwing something over it, maybe your
Hmm.
shoes. Okay, but that would be what black is. It's a base color, right? So, it's not the color that you want to make fill your closet with.
Sure. I used to.
I did too. That's why I said I did
Because
too.
everybody said it made you look thin. And then they said if you wore the long necklaces, that made you look thin. And I thought, wow, I'm going to disappear at any minute now. This is awesome. But it didn't work.
Well,
It did
it
not
gives
work.
the illusion, right? It gives the
Yeah,
appearance. So when people look at you, they your eyes draw down, right? So this just kind
right.
of elongates you here, but it's just an illusion, right? Hey, if you really believe that wearing all those long necklaces and all those layers make you look thin, then they do. Okay,
Absolutely. Yes,
they
they
do.
do. Yes, they do. Um, so let's see. How can our viewers contact you?
Well, they can contact me via email at stylingyourimage.com and
At Gmail, right?
Gmail.
Yeah,
What did I say?
.com.
.com. Okay.
It's all good.
Stylingyourimage at gmail.com.
Yes. Now you're also on Facebook and you do a lot of really cool things in groups on Facebook. How can someone maybe become a member of one of your groups?
Well, that's a great question. Yes, I do a lot of my things in groups because I just want to keep it specialized and targeted to the people in the group. But I have two groups. I have, you can always either message me at Elba Plaza, and that's how you'll find me as my personal page. And just say you would like to join the group, and I will definitely send you an invitation to the group.
Okay, that sounds great. And y'all need to get on her groups on Facebook. She gives so many tips and tricks and has beautiful jewelry and makeup and just everything to offer. So you really, really want to get in touch with Elba. Again, that's stylingyourimage@gmail.com. So Elba, any last tips?
Well, my if you heard anything from what I said is that just believe and remember that you are God's masterpiece. You were created in His image. So you are unique, you are special, you are loved by Jesus, and you are beautiful. And so when you wake up every morning and you look at yourself in the mirror, the first thing that you should say is, "Hello, beautiful thing. It's going to be a great day." And it will be.
That's right. That's right. You know, the media, the beauty ads, everything just has us just mesmerized by beautiful faces. But again, when we started the show, we talked about fixing the internal
Mhm.
because beautiful and good are not necessarily the same. Okay.
Correct. Mhm.
So we look at those beautiful ads, but even with our daughters and our granddaughters, we want to impart on them that they want to be beautiful from the inside out. Okay. We can teach them about makeup and everything else, but if we don't start with the inside and build their confidence and build their self-esteem and build their self-worth, all the makeup in the world isn't going to help them. Okay. So we don't want them to fall into the trap of just, a lot of that society portrays as women are just something to be gazed at. You know, We want them to stand up for themselves and to be confident and loved and to pass that on to future generations. Right, Elba?
Absolutely. I totally agree. It starts from when they're little. I mean, I think it's important for women to remember that it doesn't matter what size, shape, color you are beautiful. You're a woman and you are beautiful. And it definitely has to be instilled in their brains and in their hearts from the time that they are little. I mean,
Yes.
I know that I have two daughters, and I am constantly telling them how beautiful they are. Sometimes they think I'm a little crazy, but like, we know, Mom. Thank you. You keep telling us. But yes, I want you to know that you are beautiful. I tell my granddaughters the same thing. They are beautiful, and I want them to know that now. I want them to know that they are beautiful and that nothing can take that, no matter what happens. They're loved and they're beautiful, and I want them to believe that, as they get older, that that's who they are. That doesn't matter, their shape, their size, their color. They're beautiful.
Yes. And I do want to share 1 Peter chapter 3, verses 3 and 4. What matters is not your outer appearance, the styling of your hair, the jewelry you wear, the cut of your clothes, but your inner disposition. Cultivate inner beauty, the gentle, gracious kind that God delights in. So again, we're all going to start from the inside and work our way out, and we're going to sparkle and shine all day long.
I'm glad you shared that scripture because I had it here.
Oh,
But
good.
shared it. Yes, absolutely. Yep. We're all going to sparkle and shine. Mhm.
Good. So, Elba, one more time, how can people get in touch with you?
They can email me at stylingyourimage@gmail.com. They can look me up on Facebook. My name is Elba Plaza on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram, and you can find me on Instagram at under Elba Plaza Beauty.
And that's Plaza.
Correct.
Yes. Wonderful. Elba, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight.
Oh, thank you for having me. I was excited to be here and to be able to share a little bit of my wisdom and knowledge and style tips with all of you.
Thank you so much. Hey, listen, if you want to be a sponsor or if you'd like to be a guest on the show, make sure to contact me at info@openpagespublishing.com. This is Michelle Spikanis reminding you to sparkle and shine and live the life you were meant to live.